If you are in a relationship with someone, what would you prefer more? Them being tall, dark, and handsome, or them making you feel completely at ease and completely yourself? According to me, it would be the latter one, of course. The reason is because you cannot live with tall, dark, and handsome throughout your life, but you can live with feeling peaceful and feeling at ease throughout your life. So I feel that a lot of us have got it all wrong when it comes to looking for signs in a partner, and we often end up looking at the wrong kind of signs, tall, dark, and handsome kind of things, and that is the reason we are not able to actually value and look for the things that actually matter in a relationship. So if you are someone who's wondering whether the person they are dating is the one for them, you have landed up on the right video, because in this one I'm going to give you 6 signs that'll help you figure out whether they are the one for you. So let's get started. The first thing that you should always look for in a partner is whether they make you feel comfortable. What it basically means is, when you are in a relationship with them and you are in that figuring out stage, you have been dating for some time, then gradually you should feel totally comfortable in their company. You should not have to feel the need to change yourself when you are around them. For example, you're eating your food. Maybe you love to eat your food with your hand, but when you are with your partner, you eat with a spoon and fork just because you think that you might be judged if you eat with your hand in front of him or her. So I think these kind of things are very small, but these are very superficial. And if you still feel the need to bother about these things in your relationship, then you have not reached that comfort stage in your relationship. So either you talk about it and you try to fix it, or if you've accepted the fact that these are the few things that you will have to compromise on if you are with this person, then it's up to you. But according to me, you should be able to be completely yourself when you are with this person. So if you love eating with your hand, you should be able to eat with your hand in front of this person. Also, if you feel like speaking something, you should be able to speak and communicate openly and freely in front of this person, rather than thinking that you will be judged, or you feel a little, hesitant to say something that you feel strongly about in front of this person. Then your relationship definitely needs some kind of working. The second sign definitely that you should look for in a relationship is there should be no lies between the two of you. Now this goes without saying, and I shouldn't be adding it in the list of things that you should be looking at. The reason I have added it is because some people in relationship often consider few lies as being okay. So I'm also a relationship coach, and people often come to me with their relationship issues, and a lot of the times I hear them say that it's okay if they lied to me once, it's okay if they lied to me twice, maybe this was the reason. They make up scenarios in their own head कि हाँ इस वजह से झूठ बोला होगा, so I'm forgiving them for this reason. But the point is, if you are in a perfect, complete, strong relationship with someone, there should be no need to lie to the other person. And if you're lying for a surprise, or if you're lying for something that, that'll make the other person happy, that is well and good. But if you're lying in your daily life, that is not at all required. In fact, even hiding things is not required. Because I personally feel that you will feel the need to hide something from your partner when you are not completely in love with that person, or when you've not completely accepted the other person as your partner. Because once you are we rather than you and I, then you will not at all feel hesitant in sharing each and everything with your partner. The third sign that you should look for in your relationship is whether you feel stable in your relationship. I personally feel that today's generation is a little confused about the kind of love they are seeking. And because people are so confused, they often are very unstable with their behavior. For example, one day they'll be very expressive with their love, and they will make you feel so good about their feelings for you, and the next day they'll act so cold, and that day you'll not even feel sure about their feelings for you. So this is not a good relationship to be in, because this will make you feel very disturbed personally, and you'll always be thinking about whether they like you or whether they don't like you, whether you did something right or whether you did something wrong. If your partner's behavior is always making you question their feelings for you, then it's not the right relationship to be in. Or if you really want this relationship to work, then you should figure it out, you should communicate and try to remove this confusion from the relationship. So when two people are very genuinely in love with each other, there's no scope for confusion, and that is why they should never make you feel confused about their feelings for you. Now, the fourth sign that you should look for in your partner is you should always consider their actions over words. Now, words are very, very, very easily said, but when it comes to taking actions, it's very, very difficult, right? It's better they say less if they're not able to do more. So I'll give you my example. My husband has been very modest with his promises since the beginning. And in the beginning, I used to feel very weird. I used to feel that why is he not making big promises to me, and why he's not talking about stars and moons and all these flowery things. But later on, as I grew a little older with him, I realized that he was at a more mature place than me. And for him, promising something that is not practically or logically possible, because he's also a very logical person, he never felt the need to promise those things. And that is the reason he has never promised something that he thinks that cannot be done. Gradually, I began to appreciate this thing, because it's better to say less and do more rather than saying more and doing less. Now, whenever he does something over and above his words, it's a big surprise for me, and I feel very, very, happy. So he's also set the standards low very cleverly. That is something else. But the point is that actions should always come over words, because anyone can come and say very flowery things to you, but when it comes to actually taking a stand for you, actually doing things for you, a lot of the people back out. So you should definitely look for this sign in your partner. Now, the fifth thing is a little college-ish, but I feel this needs to be said, and that is your partner should feel very comfortable in introducing you to their life. And by their life, I mean their friend circle, their family, their relatives. Obviously, at different stages in your relationship, it's not like day one they have to introduce you to their family, but they can start with introducing you to their friends. If he's hesitant to introduce you to his friend circle, then I personally feel that it means that he's still not very sure about his feelings for you. And that is why I feel that this is something that should not happen. Like, if you are in a very stable and tight relationship with someone, you should not feel uncomfortable in introducing your partner to your friends and gradually to your family and relatives and everyone else, because they are basically a part of your life now. And if you have really accepted them as a part of you, then it doesn't make sense feeling uncomfortable in introducing them to your life. The sixth point is you should not feel insecure about their love for you. If you are in a relationship, you should not feel unsure of whether your partner has feelings for you, because that should be a given thing. You should not be worrying all the time whether they like you or whether they don't like you, or if they are talking to some other girl or boy. You should not feel uncomfortable with their conversation with someone else, because you should be so much sure about your relationship with them. You should not feel insecure when your partner goes and hangs out with his friends, or he doesn't call you for the whole day, because you should know that he must be busy somewhere else. But you should not feel the need to question their love for you if they go missing for like 4 hours and they don't respond to your calls or messages. So those were the 6 signs that you should look for in your partner. There are a lot more points that I can add here, but I think the video will go on for too long, so I want to cut this one here. But let me know if you want me to make a part 2 of this video, and I will definitely do that for you. I'll end this one here right now. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please make sure to hit a like on this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to my channel if you have not done so yet, and I will see you again very, very soon in my next one. Till then, bye bye, take care.